Hello, hello, and welcome to all my little cats and kittens to another live stream. This is a special one in that I am live streaming to nobody. This is a secret, unlisted stream to no one, but you can watch the video on demand after it's done. But this is going to be kind of a boring one. I didn't really want a live audience. Because we're just going to be piecing some things together. So if you're watching, this is not going to be the most exciting stream, but feel free to watch anyways. I'm still going to set up Light Buddy because I want to test. We made some changes. I'm just going to deploy them and see if they work. And see, because last night we had some problems with Rebecca activating Light Buddy properly. It wasn't working for Rebecca specifically, and I think that might be maybe because she's using like a Portuguese keyboard or something, or somehow her being in Brazil, maybe the Unicode characters are somehow slightly different, and Light Buddy isn't detecting it properly. So we made some changes to hopefully make that work, which we can't test today because I'm streaming to nobody, but I can at least test to make sure that it still works, at least for me, and then hopefully it'll work for Rebecca on the next stream should she choose to come. But let's deploy it. I just have it on the second monitor. That's why I'm looking away from the camera. Let us get the link for this one. We got a new haircut today. Hopefully it's looking a little fresh. A little fresh, hopefully. Light Buddy. Let's get them in. Continue. Alright. Hopefully I can type red. Okay, so it's still working, at least for me. Yeah, it works. So that's all I need to know, is that it's working, at least for me. Hopefully it'll work for Rebecca next time. We will see. Let's break down. I don't have a ton of time to stream today necessarily, but let's break down, I guess, what I'm hoping to accomplish this stream. We weren't super productive on the last stream, mostly because Fusion 360 was not necessarily doing what I wanted it to do. Okay, let's do a nice color. Okay. So last stream what did we do last stream? I was trying to start on the gearbox system of iDog. We attempted gearbox. My writing's not as bad as this, but the tablet sometimes has problems. Things that got in the way. We needed to update, which took a while. And the second thing is the gearbox needed update. The gearbox needed a worm gear, and I looked at some tutorials, and worm gears are pretty complex to make in Fusion 360 without plugins. So I could spend the time and do all the worm gear stuff from scratch, and that is certainly possible to do in Fusion 360. But I think that I would rather just pay some money probably and get a worm gear plugin, just so I don't really want to waste a ton of time just making a worm gear when there's a lot of other tasks to do on this iDog. So I think we are just gonna take a look. Worm gear plugin Fusion 360. 260 360. So we've got Worm Drive Maker, $20 US. CF gear generator. Anything else? There's some add-ons you can use, like Gears Plus, that help with this. One of these might have it if you're looking for plugins / add-ons. None of these can produce the face gear. I don't need a face gear, so that's fine. This might help. Let's see. CF gear generator. It's a minimalistic gear design application. Designs are made following the metric module DIN standard series. It's made for everyone. It includes 11 types of gears, 7 standard, 2 non-standard, and 2 experimental for every project you might want to implement them in. Spur gear, simple double helical, 90-degree bevel gears, gear rack, worm gear drive. I guess this is what I want. So I think I don't even have to pay for a plugin. I was ready to pay. Money's not an issue. They call me Mr. Moneybags on the streets, but I'm not going to say no to a free plugin. I'm certainly not going to say no to a free one. Is this? Let's see. Okay, so this one it's got 47 5-star reviews, which is pretty good. And those look pretty good. Let's see. Let's just look at the other ones. All right. So helical gear generator. Sorry, I'm getting a text. Getting a text from a friend of the channel. Let's see. Sorry, just reading some texts. All right, back to business. We're locking in. Helical gear generator. Helical gears resemble spur gears with the teeth at an angle that can be meshed in parallel. This is not what I really want, I don't think. Helical gear plus. I think so. CF gear generator is looking pretty good. Do I have audio? Wait, do I not have audio? Oh. I had audio a minute ago, no? Where did my audio go? 1 second. We are having technical difficulties. Give us just a second, chat. Why do I not have audio? Disconnect. Oh, okay. And can I connect them back in? Will I hear anything? Hello, hello. Okay, I got audio. That's what I wanted. I'm interested in Gears Plus. Which one of these comments said? Fusion 360 Gears Plus. Is that right? Fusion 360 Gears Plus Gears add-on. I think probably CF gear generators. This looks pretty good to me. Download that. I no longer work there. Don't email that. Let's do that on a second monitor. Oh. All right. We will download. Agree. Install now. Hopefully that just smoothly installs. Yes. Alright, now let's check it out in Fusion 360. Fans on my computer are turning on like a jet engine. I have a good computer, but it just is suffering slightly. But that's okay. Let's open gear system. And how do I use the plugin that I just installed? Extensions? No. How to use Fusion 360 add-ons. We ran the installer. Once installed, the add-on or script appears in the scripts and add-ins dialog box, which is utilities, add-ins, scripts and add-ins. So, add-ins, CF gear generator. Okay. And how do I... Oh, okay. Right here. We've got worm gear drive. helical. Yeah, helical sounds right. Helical sounds right. Sure, that. This helical gear. All right, so to get this worm gear to mesh with the spur gears that I want to create, the module of both has to be the same. So this needs to be the same between this worm gear and the spur gear. The pressure angle needs to match also. I see. And I guess that is, I think that's it. Okay, let's just create this default worm gear. Ah, I made two. Oh, it generated the. Oh, it generated that automatically. Oh. Wait. Huh. That's cool. I see. I see. Let's match the teeth. Let's try and match some of this to the stuff that's on iDog. And let's bring in the N20 DC motor as well. Where did the where did the DC motor go? Is it here? Where did that go? Okay. So we got the N20 motor, and then we want the worm drive to attach to the end of the N20 motor. So bodies. We want. Oh my. Okay. So let's take this. We'll move it like so, like so. So I think we'll make it a little bit. We'll make it a little bit longer and a little bit less wide if we can. And then as far as how many teeth are on the spur, let's match that. Yeah, I might as well match that to how many teeth are on the one on iDog. That is okay. I just have I've already torn apart the iDog, so I have the gears and stuff that I'm trying to mimic. I'm not trying to recreate this one-to-one, but I might as well try to make it at least similar. So let's see. How many teeth does this thing have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's say like 24 teeth. Oh. Let's undo that. Can I remove both of these? No, that just makes it freak out. Let's... Can we just delete all of that? Okay. Let us make another one. I guess we're just going to keep trial and erroring it until it looks about right. Worm gear drive. So the worm length, we said we wanted to be a little bit longer, let's say 15 millimeters. And we said we wanted it to be a little less wide. So let's say 7.5 millimeters. We want the teeth, let's say 24 teeth. Module. What is module of a gear? We all learned something today. What is the module of a gear? Defines the size of the teeth and relates the pitch diameter of the gear to its number of teeth. I see. So that's going to decide basically the diameter. It's like the relationship between the diameter and the teeth. The number of teeth. Let's just say that's... Wait, what's the difference between worm gear height and worm drive radius? I don't know. Let's just attempt this and see what we get. I would say we're doing a lot of this based on vibes, chat. This is not a hard and fast science that we're doing today. But I think I want the worm drive to have less, because this is getting 3D printed. And I don't want to have all of these helixes. I want this to have like way fewer of these helixes. I'm trying to think of what parameter is affecting how many of these spirals we get. I want to just go like wow 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 instead of wow 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 wow, you know. So I want probably what? Let's see. My worm gear spiral way less than crewmate is. Parameter controls. Let's try. What if... Yeah, we're just going to trial and error. We'll trial and error this. Worm drive radius, instead of 5, let's make it like 20. Oh. All right. Well, I guess that answers that. Let's change that back to 5. Then what does worm gear height do? What if I change this to 75? So that changes this. Okay. So that's fine. Let's change this back to 7.5. module. Let's change module to like 0. Let's triple it and see what that does. That, okay, that's closer. Yeah, because I wanted this worm gear to have way less spirals. So we're getting closer to what I want, for sure. Let's delete that. Yeah, so I wanted this spiral. Like this seems good here, but now this gear is a little bit bigger than I'd like. And I understand it has to be How does this work? I like this, but I dislike how big this is. Worm gear drive. Maybe pressure angle has something to do with it. What if well, does that make sense? Does that make sense? I know that like reducing the number of teeth on the spur gear will make it smaller, obviously, but somehow the one in the iDog has a relatively small number of, well, I think it has a little more. We can change the module to be, let's say 0, because we tripled it last time. What about 0.6? Okay, that's pretty close to good. Maybe let's change it a little more. Worm gear drive. Let's say 0.75, and number of teeth, reduce it down to like 20. I think that'll be good. I think that'll be pretty good. At least for a test. It's like something. I can't get too worked up about, I guess, getting the gears. Like, there's no exact science. This is just vibes. I mean, there probably is an exact science. I don't know the exact science. I think this will work for what we want today. I think we can just say that's good. I think we can call that good. And then if I were to move this gear, it should, like, I think this gear generator is designed to like mesh this spur gear to this worm gear, even if someone really stupid is doing it. So I think that's perfect, you know. I think that's gonna work perfectly. Pretty perfectly. There is definitely a precise calculation to place these so that it doesn't act crazy. But I think I can just I think we can just do some vibes. Some little vibes. Little vibes never hurt anybody. I want to move that, 0.25 millimeters? Does that look about right, chat? That looks good. Yeah, you know what? We can't let perfect be the enemy of good. I think this is good for today. Someone who is actually smart with CAD can tell me how wrong I'm doing things on another day. But that looks good. That's something. that is something. I guess, can I just take, did I already delete? No, we'll delete. Don't need this. delete. Don't need this. Okay. See, a problem with the stream from yesterday, a very successful stream, by the way. It went pretty well. I usually don't have OBS open to actually look at what I'm doing because I get distracted by the little picture of me on the side. But a lot of my footage from yesterday just looked like this. It was just a forehead, or it was just like an ear. I'm very bad at staying visible on camera. I do a lot of this, which is okay, but not ideal, dare I say. Let's take both of these and rotate it. Let's rotate this whole thing. Yeah, that's what I would like to do. And then, yeah, sure. Sure. Oh. Wait, what happened here? What happened here? Sorry, I'm gonna undo some things. I want to delete this. Delete both group and contents. Yes. Okay. And then I want to, let's take the N20 motor, move it like, well, we'll move it, we'll just rotate it 90, and then we can just move it like that. That should be good. Okay, move the worm gear system, move it, rotate this 180, move this like so. And I want, let's not attach it to the motor just yet. Can I find the, I want to find the center of the worm gear, which that's pretty important. Is it smart enough? Can I select both of these, click move? I want to do point to point. That looks like a center. And target point, we'll do the center of this. Some component positions have changed. Do you want to capture the current position of move components? Revert? Oh, nope. That's not what I wanted. Let's try that again. Let us try that one more time. We're going to select both of these. We're going to move. We want point to point. Origin point, we want the center of the worm drive. Target point, we want the center of the output shaft of the, well, which one? Which one Which one's the center? Oh no. Wait, what? Oh. Chat. Oh no. This is, I'm in I feel like I'm in goddamn Squid Game right now. I don't know. I don't know which one is the center. Shall we just take a chance? Just take a risk? We're asking ChatGPT for sure. We're asking ChatGPT. Is the little cross the center of the output shaft, or is the square? The cross typically represents the center point of a feature like a shaft. Square, on the other hand, often represents a vertex or a specific point on the sketch. wait. I'm gonna hit cancel for a second. I'm sweating. What do I guess I can probably wait, chat. Okay. I know what to do. I was not acting very smart. I'm gonna create a sketch here, and we're gonna find capture position. If I make just a circle. No. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna create a 2-point circle, and I'm gonna go like that. Okay. And that's the center point. That's the center point of the circle. I'm gonna just create some lines going off it. 90. I want to be damn certain that I am putting the worm gear in the center of the shaft, or else nothing will really work, and that would be very sad. I say this a lot. I am not a CAD master. I wouldn't even call myself CAD intermediate. I am a CAD baby. But I think I'm just able to. I'm an expert at trial and error, is what I will say. I'm gonna move point to point. I don't even know. I'm not even confident if this is the. Oh, you know what? We are gonna do chat. I'm gonna do the same thing on this. It's really important that the center of the output shaft of the motor is going into the center of the worm gear. So we're gonna spend some time to make sure that that's the case. This is such an easy task, but it's like it's Herculean, just because I am a little bit stupid. But we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna get 2-point circle, attach the top. That's good. 90. Yeah. On my life, the center of the shaft is going into the center of the worm. On my life, if it's the last thing I do on this mortal coil. Okay. Yeah. Finish sketch. Okay. Chat. If this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna start breaking things. That's not true. Center, yes. 2. Center. Oh yeah. Okay. That has to be good. That has to be good. We are gonna click. Okay. Where are these sketches hiding, by the way? Why do I have multiple sketches folders? We're not going to worry about that. Then, what we are going to do, I'm going to project. I want to project the output shaft of the motor onto the surface of the worm gear, so that I can make a hole in the worm gear so that I can fit on the shaft. That is the plan. So I guess I want to create sketch. I want to create sketch on this surface. And then I want to, I'm gonna hide these bodies for now. I want to project, create, project, include, project. I'm going to project. Yes. Yes, sir. Okay. Then I think we can just finish that sketch. And I will make the gears visible again. I'll hide the motor for now. And then I'm going to, actually, no. We're gonna edit the sketch further. We're going to, is O, is that a hotkey? Offset? We're gonna offset, no. I'm going to make this a construction line. Yes. And then can I, if I click, is that fine? Can I make all of that construction? Maybe that's, because I want to offset, oh, okay. I want to offset that. I'm going to offset that. Because in real life, like a 1 millimeter peg can't fit into a 1 millimeter hole. You need the hole to be a little bit bigger than the shaft in order for things to actually work. Because real life is not perfect. You need tolerances and things. Yes, that is an engineering term. So I want to offset. What, a 1 millimeter offset is that huge? How small is this? That doesn't make sense. Does that make sense? That's crazy, right? Wait, how small is this? This doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. Whatever. I guess it makes sense. I guess these motors can be pretty small. I guess we'll make it 0.2 millimeter offset. How small is this stuff? We're gonna worry about that in a minute. But I can select all of these, and I'm just going to extrude all the way through like that. Yeah, but now I'm curious how small this stuff is. Is this scaled correctly? If I just create a sketch here, how big is this motor? Like 2.5 centimeters long? And 20 motor dimensions. Is that right? Is this thing really tiny? 3 millimeters by 9 millimeters. Product dimensions 4 by 2 by 2. Is that right? If I include just everything, is that like 4? I guess that's about, yeah, that's about right. Okay. This stuff is just really tiny. But I think that tracks. I think that tracks. Maybe I should have made that offset even a little bit bigger. Just because when we're 3D printing, my 3D printer at least is not super precise. it seems like a really big offset, and it kind of, well, it's just like this stuff is so small that I think we're going to need a big offset to get stuff to actually work together. I think that's, yeah, we'll say that's fine. We'll say that's fine. Let's, yeah, you know what? Let's try it. Let's just try it. And anything, even if everything doesn't really work today, we're certainly closer to something that does work. And that's really, I think it's exciting. Nine is a bit far. Yeah, let's just keep it like that. Click OK. Yeah, okay. So this is what we want, and then we probably want It's interesting that these have like a little bit of a slant, these spur gears. I wonder, I mean, it's a pretty minor slant. I think I can probably just copy this gear. Want it to have a little bit of something. I suspect do I need it doesn't look like these are gonna play super nice with one another. What if I rotate it that? No, that doesn't look great either. We're getting somewhere with this. We definitely got somewhere. I guess what I'm trying to reckon with is that what the gear generator generated for us is this worm gear drive. These little teeth aren't straight up and down. The teeth are slanted, which I guess works nice for the worm gear itself, because I think that just makes it mesh nicely here. But I'm scared with how that's going to make it mesh with other simple spur gears. So you can see like a normal spur gear is just all of these teeth are straight up and down. I'm looking at a perfectly nice kind of 2D image, whereas here I'm seeing that these teeth are angled. But I just don't know. I'm scared with what that may cause downstream. Angled teeth on the spur gear are there for compatibility with the worm gear necessary. Let's see. Right. So I guess what I can do instead of having, I think this angled stuff is necessary, right? These angled teeth are necessary to work with the worm drive, but that means that this spur gear will mesh nicely with this, but it won't be able to mesh nicely with something like this because these are not angled, and even if they're both angled, I think there will be compatibility problems. But what we can do is we can stack kind of two gears together like a cake. We can have this. Let's open Photoshop. What we can do. All right, we undid as much as I don't need to undo. We have the technology. So here's, I guess, what we can do, and I think this is what is actually happening in iDog, and I didn't understand why. So our gearbox is going to have motor. Oh my god, my tablet is really fighting me. So we'll have motor, we'll have shaft, and then we'll have worm gear, and then here's like the angled spur gear, and we want that spur gear to be able to interact with some other spur gears and stuff, but our gear cannot be both compatible with our worm gear and with this gear. It just can't, because I don't know, we just established that it can't. But what we can do is we can utilize the third dimension, folks. We can utilize the third dimension. So we'll have, now instead of looking at a top-down view of the gearbox, we're looking at like a side view. So we'll have gear here, and this has angled teeth like this, right? And that's what we have in Fusion 360. It has angled teeth to work with the worm drive, which means it can't work with the other gears with straight teeth. But then what we can do is, on top of that, we can have a second layer, boom, bow, bow, and that can have straight teeth, bow, 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 bow. And then our other spur gears, they don't even have to interact with this angled piece of shit. We can just have the other spur gears interact with this top layer of the cake. Ooh, that was supposed to be straight. Straight, sure, straight. 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 So we'll have the teeth at the bottom to interact with the worm gear, and then the straight teeth will interact with each other. And then this will be able to go to output 1 for our head and output 2 for our ears. And we are pretty much reaching the end of our stream tonight, because I have plans this evening. But we actually made some progress tonight, which is kind of more than we can say about our last stream. We had a lot of fun last stream, but I didn't get a ton done. I mean, I didn't get like a ton done tonight either, but we got stuff done. We got the motor, and the motor is able to be inserted into this worm gear. This worm gear is able to mesh with this spur gear with angled teeth. And then next we're gonna get this to be able to interact with other gears, and then hopefully actually create the gear box that is able to fit all of these. But we made progress, and that's really cool. I'm happy that we're actually making some progress on this. Even if it's slow, a little bit day by day will get us to the finish line eventually. Which I'm excited about. And I will pretty much call it quits here. Yeah, I know no one was here watching me live, and that's okay because it was unlisted. No one could watch it live. But if you decided to tune in to the video on demand, thank you so much. It's maybe a little less exciting to watch these live streams when they're not actually live, but it's something for you guys to watch. I'll make a little farewell card for you. Thank you very much for tuning in and for watching. I think tomorrow I will have a live stream. Oh my god. I'll have a live stream that's actually live for people to watch. This looks like the scrawling on the walls from an insane person. Like, this is when you're playing a zombie video game and it's written in like blood. They're like, get out. That's what this looks like. But with white fluid instead of red. Let's not analyze that too deeply. Thank you very much, everybody, for showing up. And I'll catch you on the next one.